I am a maximalist. I love collecting tools, equipment, and when I have something, I typically don't like to let it go or downgrade unless I absolutely have to. This outfeed table was one of those things for me. A piece of shop furniture that I kept telling myself was useful, but in reality, just held me back. At a certain point in my garage woodshop career, I realized that my entire setup had become aimless. I wanted to build whatever I felt like building, and I wanted what I could build to be limitless. But because of that lofty and vague idea, my woodshop, my creations, and even myself as a person never really evolved. But hey, what does an outfeed table have to do with that? Well, back when I lived in Chicago, I actually had a woodshop that was about 1,200 square feet. It was big and spacious, and the outfeed table that I'm working on modifying right now was originally made for that space. This garage is only 400 square feet, and because of basically FOMO, I really didn't want to make my table smaller. A, it'd be a whole lot of extra work that I'd basically need to repeat, and B, what if I wanted to build something huge, like a giant sculpture or something? I need all the surface area I could possibly get, right? The table did help me complete some pieces on the bigger side, like this 10-sided round dining table, an 8 to 10 person timber style dining table, as well as my big and beautiful miter saw station. But in the strange trajectory of projects that followed after that, I realized that I had developed a mentality of trying to make big things without the proper equipment to handle them. Of course, one could say, Clara, it's not about the tools. The joy of woodworking is in the journey. But as far as I'm concerned, I'd much rather not wash a truck with a toothbrush, if you know what I mean. So recently, Don and I came up with the idea of creating a pet furniture business, and there is a little bit of backstory here. We started a pet furniture business before with pretty much the exact same name back when we were in Chicago, in the woodworking studio that I had. But the reason why we're starting it up again today is because after 5 years of trying other kinds of business ventures and after lots of personal self-discoveries, we figured out a way to approach things this time around that matches who we are as people. If you're interested in the entire backstory, I'll more than likely cover that in a future video. But to get us back on track, I feel like it's time to call attention to the concept of pet furniture and what it means on a production level. Artistically, the concept of pet furniture has the potential to be all kinds of shapes and sizes. I guess in a way, this is true to basically anything when it comes to art. But if I'm gonna try to create a business that is also profitable, the majority of our products probably won't be much taller than myself. In other words, everything we make is probably going to be on the smaller to medium sized scale. And once we figured out our range of product sizes, the types of equipment and shop furniture I need, as well as the layout of the shop, also became very clear. This is my garage. It's got approximately 20 feet by 20 feet of floor space, and the outfeed table I have is about 4 feet by 6 feet. My new layout is gonna look something like this. Over on the side, you can see that I've set aside space for a CNC station, which will be important for making repeatable parts. The negative of adding in a CNC station is a reduction of walking room, which, with the kind of production that we want to do, will be very important. The only way I could figure out how to give myself some more space in this situation was by making out the outfeed table smaller. The more focused my layout became towards maximizing the operational flow, the more I began to realize this was actually going to help me on my personal projects too. Because I'd committed to a limitation, I had unknowingly created a situation where I was starting to think of projects differently. It's not that I can't build big things anymore. It's that I'd approach making anything big in a different way. Ways that are more suitable to the equipment that I have, both in their designs and in their handling. Having the skills to make bigger and more complex objects, combined with having a slightly mixed range of equipments and accessories, never seemed to challenge me enough to pick one path or the other. By leaving myself no other way, suddenly, it felt like I could build anything again. Creativity, it seems, was never just about giving yourself the freedom to create whatever you want. It's also equally, if not more, about the kinds of limitations you decide to approach creativity with. They were never the shackles, they were the keys themselves. Here it is, the new outfeed table slash workbench. Cause small garage, you gotta make everything dual function. If you only have one function for one item, well, lucky you guys. So here, because it's an outfeed table, I made some 2 dado slots that are extended out from the table saw. So whenever I'm using a sled or a miter gauge that needs to go into the miter slot, it can come all the way out. So you can use pretty much the entire length of the table saw. And then down here, it's on caster, but it still also has a leveling feet. So I can make sure it's parallel to the table saw surface. I don't know if this is something more considered special, but I bought these hardware on Amazon. I'll either put the link or what it is on the screen or down below, whichever way it goes. But this is something that is more of a quick hardware to make a workbench. It's supposed to be quick, but I of course kind of took the long route to make it, which you'll be seeing. You guys saw it already. Other than that, extra storage on the bottom side, because I always need more storage. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me make this outfeed table. Bye.